Welcome along then to round 7, and it is one of the most prestigious tracks on the F1 calendar, and I do believe it's one of the tracks that we have never won a race on, and that is the streets of Monaco. We've had 3 seasons of attempts, we have never managed to get there, but we are in domination on every chance that we can do it this year. We are streaking ahead of Red Bull. It is a Williams and Red Bull season domination so far, and it's a season domination for Mr. Stroll as well. As you can see, we line astern 1 and 2. Performance then, we've got to reach Q2. We've got to get both drivers. We are just dominating with Red Bull right now. We've got finishing position, fastest lap, with our qualifying streak on the go as well. It is time to go to the streets of Monaco and see how we can perform. Can we get our first ever victory at the street circuit? Let's do practice. We'll get in to qualifying. So we're hitting the streets of Monaco in the hope that we don't have to do any more than one lap. We're going to get a Drogovic probably in the way of Porsche here. 18.4, 18.3. Might not be too bad. 32, lost 3 tenths in the middle. 4 tenths down. I mean, not too bad, but it should see us not have to go again. So with just a couple of minutes left then in this Q1 session, as you would imagine, Williams are going through. Alex Albon's had a terrible lap down in P20. You can see the Red Bull line astern only 100th of a tenth behind, 600th of a tenth behind as well. So looks like Porsche does move to P5, but one run is good. Albon is out in the Aston Martin. That is a big shock for them. And actually, Zhou Guanyu is as well. So maybe not as bad as a shock as we thought. They're both out as we enter Q2. I'm going to try and do it on some used tyres. We don't necessarily need to save the tyres for the race, but I mean, I like to show my power by not having to use, saving the environment and all that, you know. So let's send them out. And obviously we'll ring you the final run of Q3 anyway. We might be in a little bit of traffic. Porsche's got some clean air. Purple for Stroll is slightly down. And it is Stroll 110.0 and it's a 110.1 for Porsche. That could be good enough, you know, to go through to Q3. And in Q2 coming to an end, we haven't gone again. Red Bull are going again. We're only about just under 3 tenths off the lead with used tyres. Sainz is going out. Norris for sure going out as well. Norris is out down there in P12. Sainz is out as well. For sure, Magnussen all going out. Yuki Tsunoda, rumour has it, he's still going around the previous track. So we're through into Q3, and now this is where times start to tumble. We're going to send them on a quick lap first, and then we'll watch the final lap as we send Stroll. We'll send Porsche. So we want to be in the 1.9s. That is absolutely paramount as Gasly comes out, and I think he might just get in the way later on in this lap. He does, and it's a 109.7 for Stroll. It's a 109.8 for Porsche. So we've gone early. We have gone early for our laps. And hopefully, I mean, Gasly is coming out. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way too much. Porsche, there he is. We're past him. That's fine for Porsche. What about Stroll, who's not past him yet, but he should get out of the way, and he does. Looking at improvement, we've probably also got a chance to do another lap. Porsche has improved. Stroll hasn't, but Stroll, remember, did the purple sector. 18.3, 18.5. Maybe that McLaren did get slightly in the way as we come down to the chicane. Porsche through the middle, increasing again, 31.9. 31.9 for Stroll as well. Is it going to be good enough to get Porsche onto maybe P2 as he comes across the line? Porsche goes onto pole by 0.02 of a tenth, and Stroll did the fastest lap in the final sector as well. So we've sent to one more time. We only had about 2 minutes 20 on the clock, but because it's such a short lap at 1 minute 9, it's easy to go again. And we know how crucial pole is. Max Verstappen has just taken that off us. So we've got to find time. As we go around the final corner to start the lap, Porsche has got a Ferrari right in front of him. Might get a decent slipstream all the way through. Stroll has got clean air. It's Max Verstappen who is against us so far as Stroll goes green. 18.4, it's an 18.5, a tenth down for Porsche. Verstappen isn't improving. That is key. Let's have a look at Pourchaire, who's getting towed along by the Ferrari. Checkered flag is out. Pourchaire through the middle doesn't improve. 32.0. Stroll does a 31.8. Stroll could potentially get pole position at Monaco. Pourchaire only second, but Lance Stroll, oh, he goes second. 400ths off, and our first attempt win. First time we're really in the mix. Max Verstappen has the advantage. It's going to be close. Look at that. Not far off at all. But can we get our first win? It's got to be a one-stop race, I would have felt. Soft to hards. Medium is showing quicker. So I think medium. And then for Pourchaire, I think medium as well. We'll do the same strategy. We always don't do the same strategy, and it feels like it sometimes comes back at us. If we do the same strategy this time, we've got no excuses. Come on, can we get our first win? Max Verstappen on the soft tyres. Surely that means that he pits early and gets into traffic. Surely that's going to be good news for us. Monaco, release our drivers. We are away. Pourchaire and Stroll, and he's actually got Max Verstappen. A great start. There's a yellow flag already. Multiple cars have crashed. They haven't slowed us down though, so it must just be touching. And it's Yuki Tsunoda again. Has Yuki just completely booked in this save or what? And he drives, oh, just takes the Alfa Romeo. And that's a very early accident at the streets of Monaco. But who else has crashed now? Daniel Ricciardo in P18. Oh, there's crashes. Shock him. Shock him. Hey. But at Monaco, we are right behind. Caution. We are trying to get through. Let's watch these beautiful cars as they go through the streets of Monaco. 5 tenths behind. Gaps starting to form already. Very, very quickly as we come through that section, and we're going to try and keep with the soft tyre of Max Verstappen, as we are doing a good job so far. We are obviously all attacking at present. Soft tyres, we actually do take the fastest lap on lap 2. Pourchaire in P3. Leclerc's dropped already. Leclerc on the hards. He's going to be quick at the end, but we need to kind of dispatch Leclerc pretty quickly. Verstappen hasn't got away on the soft tyres, which is good for us. We're going to just top up whilst we're stuck behind him. DRS will soon be enabled. We can keep in, that'll be good. We don't want to push too hard though. Now we are expecting Max Verstappen to start pushing off at some point. And even if it's now, that's fine. But we need to manage these mediums out, because the less time we have on the hards, the better. So lap 3, got a good gap. We're going to look at the leader gap, because pit stops could be interesting here. So on lap 13, it's kind of as you would have expected. We came off the gas pretty quickly because we want to extend the mediums a few laps and have a better chance on the hard tyres of aggressive mode at the end. Max Verstappen is 4.4 seconds ahead on the soft tyres. And when you look at around 20 seconds, he's not actually going to come back out too badly, is he? So he might. It's going to be a case of can you overtake though? But he's going to be on a lot older hard tyres whilst we attack on the in-laps. But fingers crossed, it's going to be okay. Pourchaire has got Leclerc right behind, but Leclerc on the hard tyres. He could be a factor later on in this race. And we can see Ricciardo is well out the back of the field as well at the moment. So not a lot happens at Monaco. It never does unless we get some nice crashes. But at the moment, that hasn't happened. Pourchaire, as we go around the streets of Monaco, we've got both Williams drivers right next to each other. P2, P3 as we go through the tunnel, as it lights up and we exit out. 4.8 seconds is the gap. Can we? I mean, once Verstappen starts struggling, will we get back up So on lap 29, nothing's really changed in terms of the order. What we did do is bolt Stroll on his ERS system and got him down to 4 seconds Verstappen. Now Verstappen is on 36% softs. He is going to start struggling. And as you can see, last laps, we lapped 1.4 seconds quicker than Max. So Max is trying to eke this out at the present. Porsche is doing okay as well. He's currently got Leclerc right behind him, who is on the hards. But we're tracking pretty nicely at the moment. We've obviously got to create a gap for when we pit. It's only 2.3 seconds though as it stands if we want to pit on the same lap. 4 seconds. Surely Max Verstappen will be coming into the pits very shortly. Where does he come out though? I mean, he might get ahead of Gasly. He could get ahead. Verstappen carries on. We've got that gap down to 3.8. We're going to keep deploying. We can top up later. But we want to just try and keep eking out that gap. So Max pits. Max pits and he's coming back out on the hard tyres. And there is the Ferrari of George Russell. George Russell is ahead. He is on mediums. But that could just hold him up a little bit. So we're going to have an extra few laps of better tyres for Stroll. We are on for that optimum pit stop. We need, though, Verstappen to obviously get held up. He's 1 second behind Russell, and the current gap then is 15.6. So we need to keep an eye out on that. We enter the pit window for Stroll. We could attack earlier, but I feel like we just want to look after Verstappen. He's all over the bat now of George Russell, and hopefully he starts losing time. We don't want to see him get past at all. And I feel like he's definitely going to have a good chance. Let's keep pushing though. I mean, this is definitely the chance of push time. With Verstappen not being able to make any moves. We've still got a couple of laps to do though. I feel like this is okay. Pit window open. Verstappen still stuck behind. Last lap. Don't think we're going to see. Is he going to get ahead though? DRS? No, that's good. See, he got a green sector. He did do a 14.0. Russell's lapping pretty quick as well, actually. So they're actually coming towards us at the moment. We could get behind Drogovic as it stands, who is currently. We need to get ahead of Norris. That's going to be. We're going to be about 10 seconds behind from the look of it. And I think we now attack. Let's try and do something with Stroll. Set him on the hards. It's going to be tough, but this is our chance. He's still stuck behind him, 11.4, and now he's through. And Leclerc's just got Porsche. There he is. We won't need to see that. You saw the move happen. We'll probably do one more lap, I think. Stroll's bolted, but he's still only 11 seconds. This is going to be tough to try and keep at bay. Let's cancel that pit stop. I want to go again, because we're actually okay on tyres. And then we'll come in this lap for Stroll. Now we're hitting the crossover. Porsche are going to keep out there as kind of a guinea pig to try and just keep with Charles Leclerc. At the moment, 8 tenths. We can push a bit of fuel, keep him with him. Stroll is attacking out front. And what's that gap now? 9.9. It's tumbling. Absolutely tumbling. As we're about a second out. Who's got a pit behind us? Pretty much most, but they're on hard tyres. That's the problem. Let's go with Porsche. We're going to pit next lap. Stroll is in. We don't want to do that just yet. There we go. Now we want to go to hards. 1.3 seconds a lap quicker. Where's Stroll coming out? Where's Stroll coming out? Drogovic is round the last corner. We're ahead of him nicely. We're just going to look after the tyres, I think. Get him up to speed. Top up. Save fuel. And hopefully Verstappen doesn't get too far away. He is already down on 90% tyres. So as long as we can just slow that gap. I don't think it's going to be tough. It might be a catch at the end that we do catch him up. Don't discount Leclerc as Porsche pits. And now we get our tyres, surely, up to temperature. Pit stop time for Porsche is 3.2. So another decent stop from the Williams crew. And now Porsche can come back out. So we line 3rd and 4th. At present, we're going to sit and bring these tyres in. We are about, we're 11 seconds behind Verstappen. That's a long way. There needs to be some sort of safety car, VSC, some chance of moving on to some soft tyres if we do want to catch him. And he's getting a fastest lap as well. But Porsche just getting them tyres up to speed now as well. So we'll cut back down him. 10.5 seconds to Verstappen. So Leclerc is in the pits. Leclerc is coming back out. He's going to be so quick. It's going to be disgusting. The question is, can Porsche get ahead of him? Yes, he can. We are going to be in danger. I think Leclerc's had a brilliant strategy going hard to mediums, and that could really, really cost us. We're 10 seconds off the lead. We've got Porsche, who's annoyingly sat behind a back marker of, I don't know who it is. It's not Danny Rick. I don't know who it was. But 4.2 seconds is the gap that we've got. 9.9. Stroll's closing slightly. We can go aggressive, but we're looking okay on tyres. You're going to have to micromanage this baby to the finish. Leclerc is attacking. Leclerc is coming. We are 7.5 behind Verstappen. That is closing, but Leclerc now is only 1.2 behind Porsche and takes the fastest lap and takes 2 seconds out of us. That is already down to 5 tenths. We want to put Porsche on to defend massively. We can push him, and I might use a bit of fuel here and a bit of ERS to try and break that. So we could try and protect Stroll, who's got that gap down to 7 seconds. Let's go on board with Leclerc and see how that looks at the moment. Can he hold off DRS? Yes, he can at the moment. Let's top back up. It's going to be hard to keep him behind. 6.9, we've got another back marker behind, and it's Albon, I think. It is Albon. So Stroll needs to clear him. We're going to use our ERS to try and do so. Surely he's going to get out of the way now as well. This is going to be the problem. He moves to the left as if he was going to let us through, and doesn't. Come on, move out the way. We might get DRS actually, and we do get DRS. That's going to help us. 5.4 seconds is the gap. We are closing on Verstappen. Verstappen's looking after tyres by the look of it, because he's only got 5% worse tyres. It was around 8%. So the Leclerc is all over the back of us, and we are pushing as well. We're going to try and hold on. It's a tricky place to overtake round here. It's 5.3 at the moment, 5.4. But Max Verstappen's going to be a lot more vulnerable than we are. We're going to get DRS, I think, again here. No, we don't. I thought we would have. Sadly, it is not the case. Porsche. Here comes Leclerc, still keeping him behind. It's a really good defence by Porsche. Doing all he can to hold on to that P3 slot. And here he goes, Leclerc. He's got us. Leclerc has got us. Let's deploy, see if we can get it back. High overtake aggression. Let's see if we can keep with him. But that does potentially release Leclerc, and he's already gained 7 tenths. We are taking that back though. We're going to just keep on the button, see if we can get a DRS move down the straight, down the home straight. 4.9 seconds for Stroll. 4 tenths still. Could we break a move? No, we can't. We cannot. Going to be able to catch this back. We are staying with him, but Leclerc is going to be so fast. 79% though. He's took a lot out of their medium tyres already. We've got about 4 laps to go, and we're going to get a bit desperate here. We are not closing the gap as much as we liked. Porsche, we're going to move up to attacking now. We're going to give everything we've got in these last few laps to close the gap, because Red Bull have been strong. They have come back with a bang. They had a good strategy though. That is pretty good from them. We are 4.4 seconds behind. You can see tyres 4% better for Stroll. But at the minute, Verstappen is going to hang on. We are pushing now. 4 laps. We're going to just give everything we've got as we go into the tunnel. We'll try and harvest a little bit as well. 3.3 the gap now. But we are, like I said, trying to just absolutely attack this and see if we can bring it down and put him under a bit of pressure. 2.9 seconds, 3 laps to go. We're giving it all. We're giving it the beans. There's a yellow flag out there, but that soon ended. It was Ricciardo locking up at turn 10. And now we are right behind a back marker. And it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us. Move out of the way, man. Thank you. 2.6. It's coming down. It is coming down. 2.4. Is Verstappen in back markers? Not really. 2.2. It's coming. But I don't think it's going to be doing it enough. We'll harvest and top back up. 2.3. Need Verstappen to get in a bit of traffic or something. We're not going to get another win at the streets of Monaco. It's just a track that is evading us all the time. Leclerc, luckily, we've held off. We are attacking, but it's not going to go. 3 seconds still the gap. Just can't catch him. We need a last corner accident or something. But we gave it our all. 2.3. There he is just in front. Final lap started by Max Verstappen. We are pushing. 2.6. It looks like it's going to be a P2 and a P4. That's the Alpine in front of us now. 1.4 the gap. He's got hold up, Max Verstappen. There he is. We're getting held up though. Back markers at Monaco. Always a pain as we get through. And now it's down to 1.2. And he's going to be into backmark trouble here. He's going to be right up against it. Is Max. There's the cars ahead. We're going to finish agonisingly close by the look of it as we have out the last corner. Max Verstappen is going to take it, but we did get it down to a second. Porsche is going to come home in P4. Red Bull have turned up, and it's another track, another attempt at Monaco that passes us by. We cannot get a win here at this famous street circuit. We're going to have to watch Max Verstappen stand up on the podium. I mean, Stroll's happy. He took P2. It's not the worst result in the world for our Stroll. But points again. I don't think he got fastest lap as well. I think Leclerc got fastest lap. And wow, everyone watch Max Verstappen. Yeah, you've won one, mate. You've won 1 in 7. And look, the face of Stroll he's a bit like, ugh. But we'll give Red Bull the victory at this Grand Prix, and we'll go again next time round. This will not be the last Max Verstappen. 25 points for them. They close the gap, move up to P2, but they also claim 10 points extra in the Constructors. We get a point then for fastest pit stop. We'll take it with Theo Porsche. Moving up to P8, 6 points. Brilliant. Not too bad actually on the pit stops for us this time round. So, decent coinage in the bank. Both drivers in the top 4. But it's just us and Red Bull is the domination at the moment. We've got race 8 coming up as well, and we've got quite a lot of failures, which is a little bit annoying for car 2. But we move on to Spain at round number 8.